Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of The Trend with Excel. I am Excel Babakaro Dongaro and I'll be your host for today again. Today I'm super elated to be here because I have my first female guest on the show. She is a creme de la creme in French, a creme de la creme, and she's the queen of Miss Gambia 2019, Miss Red Cross 2020, Miss Lamin First Runner-Up, Face of Beauty Gambia, Miss Tourism. She's the current Miss Gambia 2024, Face of KM 2024, and she has represented us internationally. And she's also going to represent us in China. Man, that was a great achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want you guys to meet the most decorated queen in the history of the Gambia.
Okay.
The first Hijabi queen to ever do it in the Gambia, to be the Miss Gambia of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Miss Hijab.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction, Axel.
You're welcome.
I love the fact that you use creme de la creme. I want to speak French so bad, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm so honored to be here at Think Media.
Yeah.
I followed your work and it's amazing. I'm really glad to be here today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. I'm super excited to meet you here and have you here. So please feel free. It's a conversation. People that don't know who Miss Hijab is, I want them to know who is Miss Hijab. What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm Rohi Cham and I'll be 22 this week, so happy birthday in advance to myself.
Happy birthday.
I'm the current Miss Gambia. I've been doing pageantry since 2019. Aside from pageantry, I do modeling too. I was studying journalism, but I'm diverting to political science due to some personal reasons. I'm also a human rights advocate. I play basketball and I sing for fun.
And I'm super proud of your work, and I'm a fan.
Thank you.
Everybody's a fan. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I want you to take us back to the early days of Miss Gambia, of Miss Hijab. Take us to the early days, her childhood, how it was, and how you got to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say I had a sweet, not sweet childhood, but I grew up with my parents and my siblings, and my mom is a very hardworking woman. She didn't go to school, but she made sure that all her kids went to school, and also we had quality education because we were all enrolled in private schools.
Okay.
So that was an amazing childhood for me. Growing up, seeing that my mom would do anything to just give us better education and better food, just quality life. That was amazing for me. I attended Methodist, then I was transferred to St. Peter's. I graduated from St. Joseph's, and I did my journalism course at Inside at first, then I transferred to Majak, and now I'm applying for the UTG because I want to do political science. So it has been not an easy journey for me, you know, growing up, especially when I graduated, because I started like doing a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to extracurricular activities, just to help my mom.
Yeah, that's an inspiring story. But considering the fact that you did not mention anything related to modeling from that early age, so I want to know, when did you start your modeling journey? And what motivated you? Since you are just saying that, okay, you went to school, you went to, you are doing journalism, you are studying journalism and everything. You never mentioned that, okay, you had passion for modeling and pageantry. So when did that start?
I never had a passion for pageantry or modeling, never in my life. Have I thought about being on a stage? I had a cousin who used to do pageantry and we would go support, but I never thought I would ever be a contestant of that. And that started in 2019 when I saw a flyer, Queen of Music Gambia. So I won it in 2019. And that time I wanted to be a singer so bad. Since I was young, I just wanted to be a singer. I was part of my school choir from nursery school to when I graduated. But when I saw the flyer, Queen of Music, I thought it was a singing contest. I didn't ask to.
Right.
So I just texted the lady and I was like, I'm interested. And she was like, oh, great. We had a spot left and da-da-da. So you'll be representing an artist, but the artist you'll be representing is an upcoming artist, and we will really appreciate. I was like, oh, great. I didn't know it was a pageant. So the day I went for the orientation, that was when I knew it was a pageant. And because I was too shy to say,
I'm not
Okay,
used to
I didn't
it.
know. So
Yeah.
to my mind, I was like, they were talking, but I was not listening. I was like, why didn't you ask? Now I'm so embarrassed to say, I didn't know
You
it
don't
was
know.
a pageant.
Yeah.
So I went home and I told my sister, this is not a singing contest. It's a pageant. She started laughing at me. At that time, I didn't know how to walk on heels because I was too tomboyish that
Okay.
time. So my sister started laughing. She was like, "You better withdraw because you don't want to go and embarrass yourself." So because my sister said that, and I had already met the artist I'm supposed to represent, and he had high hopes in me. He was ready to support. I was like, "There's no way I'm backing down. I just have to go." I I was not new to public speaking, of course, and my platform, my first pageant, my platform was on women empowerment, and it went great. I was the first contestant also. So when we did the balloting, normally that year we had like girls who were so experienced in pageantry. So when they're arguing, man may win, they don't even include me. So when
Yeah.
everybody is saying
You're an underdog.
man may win, and the fact that they were representing artists like Attack, Hussein Dada, I would just be sitting looking at them. So man, I knew I could do public speaking. I knew I was talented, but the catwalk was my problem. But later I found out that the catwalk was not even a big deal,
Yeah.
like when it comes to pageantry. So I was just calm. I didn't know I was gonna win though. I didn't have those expectations. But when I went on stage, I was like, okay, this is for you. And that first competition was what motivated me to just continue pageantry, because then I didn't know the real meaning of pageantry. But when I entered in the Queen of Music pageant, I learned that it's more about advocacy,
Advocacy, true music.
showcasing your talent. And I was like, okay, I love this. Like, I'm just going to continue. And that was how I just, continued going for competitions till I bagged the Miss Gambia.
That's an inspiring story. So considering the fact that you started Miss Musical Awards, yeah?
Yeah.
How do your parents, your mom and your dad, how did they feel towards your newfound hobby? Like, okay, I want to start pageantry, I want to start modeling. How did they feel towards that at the early age?
My dad is not someone who's really, he doesn't care about a lot of things, honestly. Even when I wanted to be a singer, my mom was always no. But my dad, Coco, like, let him just go to work and come back. So my issue was always with my mom. But when I started pageantry, I told her that I had a competition, and she also was laughing at me. I remember my whole family were laughing at me because they knew the type of person I was. So my first competition, I remember my mom didn't sleep. She spent the whole night praying. So when we came back home at 5 a.m., we met her with her cruise.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I was like, I thought you didn't care. But, she cared. And it went to an extent. When I went for Face of Beauty Gambia, it was a crazy experience. And my mom was very mad because my sister told her what happened during the competition. And that was when she said I was never going to compete again.
Take us through what happened. What happened?
It's crazy because according to what people were saying and what I believed, I was not part of the top 3 winners, and that made people really angry. And there was somehow a social media saga because everybody started posting that the winner didn't deserve it, that I deserved it.
Okay.
But I made sure like I shut that down because the winner was a very cool person. She's very talented, and I feel like it was her luck, you get. So I was not really mad about it, but my friends and other people that I didn't know were trying to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
But I made sure I looked for their numbers and just messaged them like, it's fine, like I'm okay with it.
Okay.
And that was when my mom was like, you're never going to compete again. And I was like, okay, I feel like I need a break too. That was when I took a break till 2023.
So for the most part, they were supportive.
Yeah.
They were
supportive.
okay.
But after that, my mom was not supportive again.
Wow.
But she didn't have a choice because I was like, I would still go. So I can remember in 2021, after Face of Beauty, I take a break till 2023. When I was going for Miss Tourism Gambia, my mom didn't know.
Oh.
So I went for Miss Tourism Gambia. I can remember the day of the competition, my mom traveled and she was supposed to come back that day.
Okay.
So I sent her a voice note. I told her I have an event because that time I was working as a journalist, freelance journalist.
Okay.
So I told her we have an event today. I'm not gonna come back home early, but I didn't tell her I had a competition. So when I went for the competition, before my mom came back home from Senegal, I had already gone for camping.
Okay.
So she won't see my luggage. So when I went for the competition, I came back home. I came back home around 2 a.m. and my mom saw my crown. I placed my crown on my study table with my 2 sashes. And when she entered, she insulted. Like, oh, this is what you went to do? And she was like, where's the money? She loves money. My mom loves money so much. So when I do stuff, as far as I bring money to her, like, she's carved. So when I brought the money, she was like, okay, come.
Considering the fact that you're the first hijabi queen of Miss Gambia, did you, at one point rather, think of removing the hijab? That, okay, if I not remove this hijab, I will not be able to win. Considering the fact that people were, all the other people that were our previous queens, they were not wearing hijab.
For my hijab journey, I actually started pageantry without the hijab.
Oh.
So when I started in 2019 till 2021, I was not wearing the hijab.
Okay.
It was when I took a break and in 2021 and returned in 2023. Yeah, that was when I started wearing the hijab.
Okay.
That was during Miss Gambia. That was when I started wearing the hijab. And every hijabi knows that at some point in life, you will just be like, let me just remove the hijab. Like, we go through that a lot. But I made sure, like, I'm just like 10 toes, just standing firm, with the help of Allah.
Do you think it's an added advantage that, okay, people that are not wearing the hijab, do you think it has an added advantage to them that, okay, I'm not wearing the hijab, man might add Rafet key or something like that? Do you think that it was an added advantage?
No, I don't think so. It just depends on the mindset, what you believe.
Okay.
But I feel like with the hijab, you're more unique in the midst of people. Like when I went to Nigeria, like anywhere we went, people their eyes were just on me.
Yeah.
Oh, are you a contestant? You're wearing the hijab? And I was the first hijab at the Cultural Queen Ball too.
Queen, yeah. Now this will bring us to the main issue itself. That's Miss Gambia. So after you won the crown, we saw people, they went to Facebook, comments. I read like about 50 comments and they were all derogatory words. Like I was like, come on, what's up with this? They were bullying, they were body shaming. I was like, wait. So how did you handle that negative comment?
So with the Miss Gambia saga, Watson Gambia posted a picture, an off-guard picture of when I was being crowned. The lady that crowned me, I can't remember her name. She was talking to me. I was sitting on the chair, and she was talking to me. I did this because she was standing, and they took a picture while I was talking.
Off guard.
Yeah, off guard, and that was the picture they posted. And everybody just were stuck in their mind. But it's Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't like Facebook, honestly speaking, and because not liking Facebook, but I don't like how Gambians use Facebook. They use it as a platform for bullying, insulting people. So I don't normally use Facebook a lot. So when I woke up, I think after the Miss Gambia, when I woke up in the morning, I saw a lot of messages, my family, friends. Everybody was telling me, you should not reply. I'm like, what is happening? And they were like, what's in Gambia posted this? I saw the comments and I was laughing because when I read a comment and I enter that person's profile, it makes me laugh because I'm like, look at who's telling me I'm ugly. Like, it doesn't make sense. So I was not really mad about it at all. It didn't have any impact on my mental health. I was not thinking about it. I was not overthinking about it. So I was just like, let these people just go away. But I feel like not everybody could handle that. So always I tell like queens in the Gambia, whenever you're going for a competition, be mentally ready because you're putting yourself out there. Not everybody is going to like you.
So you're not say a single word, you're not comment, you're not reply?
No.
Wow.
Aside from the interviews that I had and they would ask me, I didn't say anything about that. I didn't even message what's on Gambia. I think it was just few of my friends that were fighting with the people on the comment section and some people that I never thought they were following my journey, like my English teacher in high school. I read his comment on Facebook, and I was a very troublesome student, especially to him. And that made me emotional because I'm like, oh, Mr. Mendy is defending me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I never thought Mr. Mendy would ever defend me, on Facebook or anywhere.
Yeah. So congratulations on being top 2 of the International Pageant Dice Cultural Queen in Nigeria.
Thank you.
And it's an honor to have you, as I said. So take us through your journey and your preparation towards that pageantry, since it was outside Gambia and it was going to be your first time representing Gambia in the international pageant. So take us through your preparation, your journey, and how supportive your parents were towards it.
So for the Culture Queen world, my mom was extremely supportive. Extremely supportive. And my sisters, I had a lot of disappointment though, because it's Gambia. And pageantry, really, we don't have that much support. But a lot of organizations and individuals promised me to help financially, most especially, but they failed. And it went to this was when the post was already made. Everybody knew I was supposed to be in Nigeria in November. So I didn't give up because I'm like, this pageantry thingy, I just don't want it to be a local stuff for me. I want to make it in the international stage, and this is a step forward for me. So when a lot of organizations failed me, it was hard. I remember breaking down a lot of times, but I never told anyone. I kept going. I kept sharing my post. I kept, sharing I had a GoFundMe. A lot of my friends donated. A lot of my friends. And of people that I didn't even know. I think that GoFundMe really saved me, aside from the flight tickets. So I had a few designers that also sponsored, my outfits. But the biggest disappointment, or the 2 biggest disappointments, were my flight tickets, because I reached out to GT Board. Unfortunately, the person that received my letter to give it to the DG, he didn't.
Wow.
And he kept telling me
that he already
that the DG said today he will text you. The DG said, so he kept lying until I met with Sidin Jai, the Deputy Speaker at the National Assembly. I told him about it, and he called the DG and told him, you need to help this girl. And then the DG took my number. We talked. And I told him the letter was sent like a month or 2 ago. He was like, he didn't receive any letter. And I started crying again. So the DJ was like, okay, don't worry. I was supposed to leave on Tuesday. That was on Friday.
Wow.
So
you had less than 3 days.
Yeah, DJ called me again, and he was like, I'll book your ticket on Monday. Oh, God. I cried. I was alone at home. I cried. I was jumping around the house, and I was very happy. Then the second biggest disappointment was the designer that, oh my God, the designer that was supposed to sponsor my evening gown. My final evening gown.
The one that she showed, like, okay, key mom, she's here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Makol, como banyak pics makol.
Tell us. What? Tell us, like, you don't even know.
I went to his shop. It was closed. I didn't know his house. So I can remember my sister, she's my sister, my best friend, Harriet.
Wow.
She drove me that day picking my stuff. It was the night that I was supposed to leave for Nigeria.
And your clothes was not
So
ready.
I went to do my nails and my lashes, and that was the last thing I did, to take the dress and go back. And we didn't meet the tailor.
How did you?
So I was mute. At that point, I was mute. I didn't think I had any more tears. So I was just sitting in the car, and my sister was like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I don't know.
And that's the international pageant.
Yes. So then I called my then manager, Ablanjai, and he called a few designers, but Elsar, Black Scissors, he responded, and he was like, oh, I have a dress here. You could come and see if it fits you. Then we went, and it was like, the dress was made for me.
It was perfect.
It fit perfectly. He didn't do any additions or subtractions in the dress. And that was when I was like, oh, alhamdulillah. But I went home at 2 a.m. My flight was at 5 a.m. So I didn't sleep that night. So I met my mom and my sisters have also packed all my stuff. So I just went in, I freshened up, and straight to the airport. So it was a very tough journey for me. When I went to Nigeria too, I realized international pageants are not for the weak. We had small sleep, just small sleep. The day starts at 6 a.m. till you don't know when.
So you train continuously?
Yeah, or visiting, training, visiting. And the food was somehow hard for me. So I really lost weight in like 5 days in Nigeria, but it was all worth it. Yeah.
So speaking of the qualities of a beauty queen, what are the qualities? What qualities do you think a person or a girl should possess to be a beauty queen like you? Yeah.
So the main quality I would say is having the passion for it, because I don't think the biggest quality a beauty queen should have is influence. To be able to influence people. And if you don't have a passion for it, I don't think you can influence anybody. And aside from influence, you need to be a good communicator. You need to have a good heart, you know, like empathetic, you know, towards people, because the journey is all about advocating. And when you're advocating, you're dealing with people in your society. You're dealing with people in your country.
So it's general knowledge that you're a basketball lover and you play basketball. So how do you balance your personal life in terms of basketball, relationship, work, school, and everything? How do you balance it with being Miss Gambia? And do you think playing basketball, it's compared to being a beauty queen, if you're trying to relate it, do you think it should not be together? Do you think it's a sport for a man? I know that it's a sport for a girl, but if you're adding it to being a beauty queen, do you think that you should just strip off and just carry that out?
A lot of beauty queens play sports. It's either you're a swimmer, either you're a footballer, either you're an athlete, a basketball player. I'm not the first queen who's a basketball player. When I went to Nigeria, a lot of them played basketball. So there was this comparison, or you know, that we had alike. So when it comes to beauty pageants and sports, I feel like it can go well together, because when it comes to beauty pageant, you should have you know, a positive health, you know, good health, and sports can be the only thing that can give you that. And how I balance it, I don't know. I just do it. But I make sure when I have a competition, I don't play basketball.
So and how do you balance your personal life? Like, I don't know whether you're in a relationship. I don't know whether you want to talk about that. But how will you? How do you balance it? That okay, you're going on dates, and everybody know that Kimoy Miss Gambia, she's Miss Tourism Africa, blah blah blah. So how do you balance it? Are you an introverted type, or you just go wherever?
So I'm not an introvert, honestly. I'm an extrovert, but I'm in a relationship, of course, and my partner is very,
girl.
Yeah, my partner is very supportive, but he's an introvert, so it's crazy because people call him Mr. Gambia, and he hates it. So it's like when I'm outside, I'll be working. Sometimes I'll be working on the road, and somebody, Miss Gambia, yange runga. I'm like, oh God. It's because of the country I'm in, but you know, you guys should not put pressure on me. I shouldn't be paying taxes all the time. I don't have that money. You get, so
I don't know about that. 300,000. You just want 300,000.
300,000 is chicken change. That's this.
Yeah.
So it's like always.
But a trip to Dubai.
I think
a trip to Dubai.
The only problem I have is people telling me, "Yo, Miss Gambia nga, warulo defli Miss Gambia nga." Okay, there's me as Miss Gambia, and there's Rohicham.
Okay, yeah. So you have to represent the Gambia in an international pageant again. Congratulations. That is Miss Tourism World 2025 in China, right? Yeah, and that's next month. So how's your preparation towards it? What are you looking up to? You are bringing the crown home, have you? Are you bringing it home?
Amen.
You will. You Miss Gambia.
So for the Miss Tourism World, the preparations are going pretty well. I'm glad that this time I won't have to do everything. I'm having help from Ida, the CEO of Miss Gambia. So she's like doing all the background work, you know, getting people to sponsor the trip and my outfits and everything. But my preparations are going quite well. You know, I'm glad that I've had experience with international pageants, and this time it wouldn't be something new for me. But this is a huge pageant because it's like more than 50 countries around the world. So that's not something small. You know, I'm preparing, you know, to just make a statement when I go there. I hope I win.
You will.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure. For sure of that.
I'm just making sure I'm doing my best, and I believe I will give it my all when I go there, because I'm not somebody who would just go in, you know.
Just to lighten the mood, if I open your bag right now, what 3 items will I see there? What 3 items will Hijab carry everywhere?
So the 3 items I would carry everywhere would be my lip glosses, my perfume, and my charger.
Hijabi, yeah.
Yeah.
What advice will you give a young Hijab out there that looks up to you and wants to be a beauty queen, an influencer, Miss Gambia, Miss Tourism, Miss World, eventually? So what advice will you give them?
So my advice would be always be authentic to yourself. Don't try to imitate anybody, and don't seek validation from the public. Everybody has their own personalities, and sometimes you find yourself in a circle or a society where you don't fit in. You don't have to change who you are to fit in there. It's okay to just go out and explore and find your people, because everybody here has their own people, has their people that they have like similar personalities. So you don't have to always change who you are for people, because if you're used to that, everywhere you go, you want to change yourself to adapt to that society, which is not really healthy for you, and it's not healthy for your growth. So also go to school, learn. Like, you know, it's never too late to learn. You know, I have to say this: Think Media, your PR is amazing. I loved being here. Like, everybody has a very good eye, and it was amazing. Excel, you did amazing. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna cry, and I'm a fan of you too, because I've been watching your shows before I came here.
Thank you so much.
I didn't expect I was gonna get an early invite, but then thank you.
You're
so
big.
much.
Obviously, you're going to get an invite.
Thank you so much. I was
welcome.
really happy being here today.
Thank you so much, Miss Gambia, and Miss Tourism, and Miss Wall in advance.
Amen.
I really appreciate you for coming here,
Thank
and it's
you.
an honor and privilege to sit down with you and then share minds and rub minds. Thank you so much for joining us again. Until we come your way next week, please remain safe. This is The Trend with Excel on Media. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Instagram, follow our YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, God bless the Gambia, and see you again.